Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. 2025 Honda Rebel 300 is one of those bikes. It doesn't shout with displacement or blind with chrome. It just sits there, low, lean, and unapologetically cool. And when you throw a leg over it and thumb the starter, it tells you all you need to know. This is what simplicity done right feels like. Not overly engineered, not trying to be something it isn't. It's a gateway, a stepping stone, a rebellion in miniature, built not to intimidate, but to welcome. When you first lay eyes on the 2025 Rebel 300, the design grabs you in that understated Honda way. It keeps the bobber-inspired lines from the past few years, blacked-out hardware, chopped fenders, that signature round headlamp up front, but Honda subtly refined it for 2025. The tank now has a slightly more sculpted edge. It's still that peanut-style shape, but with deeper contouring and a new matte gunmetal gray option that looks right at home under streetlights or in your garage. The frame remains the diamond tube steel structure, and it still offers that low-slung seat height, just 27.2 inches. So whether you're a new rider fresh out of the MSF course or a returning biker looking for something light and nimble, the Rebel 300 keeps it accessible. Honda's always understood that style should never come at the cost of comfort, and on this bike, it doesn't. Firing up the Rebel 300 brings to life its single-cylinder, liquid-cooled, 286 cubic centimeters engine. This isn't some fire-breathing inline-4, and it doesn't need to be. What you get is crisp throttle response, smooth torque delivery, and enough grunt down low to give you confidence in city traffic. The engine, derived from the CBR 300R, offers about 27 horsepower and 19.9 lb-ft of torque. But numbers don't tell the full story. What matters more is the feel, and the Rebel 300 delivers a satisfying thump with each twist of the throttle. It's just enough to make you smile on back roads, just enough to let you pull ahead from a stoplight with ease. The 6-speed gearbox is slick, forgiving, and eager. Whether you're cruising at 45, on the boulevard or working your way up to freeway speeds, the engine keeps its composure. It's never buzzy, never breathless. Now, when it comes to performance, the Rebel 300 isn't about top-end madness. It's about control, precision, balance. And that's where the lightweight chassis comes in. Weighing in at around 364 pounds wet, the Rebel 300 is incredibly maneuverable. You can push it into tight corners with confidence, lean it through urban traffic, or swing it around in a parking lot without breaking a sweat. Honda has optimized the suspension just right, 41mm front forks with 5.1 inches of travel and dual rear shocks that provide 3.8 inches at the back. It's firm but not punishing, composed yet forgiving. Even if the pavement throws you some imperfections, the Rebel absorbs it all without drama. Braking is handled by a single 296mm disc up front and a 240mm disc at the rear, paired with a dual-piston front and single-piston rear caliper setup. ABS comes standard for 2025, which is a welcome safety feature for new riders especially. The lever feel is progressive and predictable. It's not going to stop on a dime like a Supersport, but it never surprises you, and that's exactly what you want in a lightweight cruiser. Ergonomically, the Rebel 300 gets high marks. The seat is plush enough for long commutes, and the riding position is perfectly neutral. Your arms stretch out just enough toward the slightly raised handlebars. Your feet are forward, but not too far. This isn't a full cruiser recline, it's a more upright, alert posture that works well in urban settings. For taller riders, there's just enough room, and for shorter riders, the seat height ensures you can plant both feet down confidently at a stop. It's an easy bike to get comfortable with, and for many riders, the Rebel becomes the daily companion you never think twice about, it just works. One of the standout touches on the 2025 model is the updated LCD display. Honda's gone with a higher contrast readout that's easier to see in direct sunlight, and it now shows gear position and fuel economy, something earlier models lacked. It's a small upgrade, but for riders who want all the info at a glance, it makes a difference. The display is still housed in a minimalist circular pod that keeps the cockpit clean, stylish, and unmistakably Rebel. Customization has always been a key part of the Rebel's appeal, and Honda hasn't forgotten that. The 2025 model supports a wide range of accessories, everything from a passenger seat kit and rear foot pegs to saddlebags, fork boots, a rear carrier, and a smoked fly screen. For riders who want to make it their own, Honda gives you the canvas. And the aftermarket world? It's thriving. From exhaust swaps to bar-end mirrors to full-on cafe conversions, the Rebel 300 remains one of the most mod-friendly bikes in its class. And that's no accident. Honda designed it with personalization in mind. Fuel efficiency is another win here. The Rebel 300 sips gas. You're looking at a real-world average of around 78 miles per gallon. With its 2.96-gallon tank, you're clearing over 230 miles before needing a refill. That makes it not just affordable up front, but affordable to live with. Maintenance is minimal. Honda reliability means oil changes, chain maintenance, and the occasional checkup. It's a beginner-friendly bike not just in handling but in ownership too. Speaking of cost, let's talk price. The 2025 Honda Rebel 300 comes in at around $4,999 in the US. That's a solid value for what you're getting: a bike with iconic looks, Honda reliability, and modern features like ABS and a refined LCD dash. Add a few $100 for dealer fees and optional accessories, and you're still well within reach of a new rider's budget. It's the kind of price tag that makes motorcycling feel accessible again. But the real magic of the Rebel 300 isn't in its price tag or its spec sheet. It's in the way it makes you feel. For riders just getting their license, it's the gateway drug. The one that makes you fall in love with motorcycling. For seasoned riders, it's the one you wish you had when you were starting out. And for everyone else, it's a reminder that sometimes less is more. That you don't need 150 horsepower to have a good time. You just need a good bike. The Rebel 300 rides with character. It's not fast for fast's sake. It's not heavy with tech. It's not trying to be all things to all people. It knows its place. It's a cruiser that fits in your life the way a favorite leather jacket does: comfortable, broken in, and always ready to ride. Whether you're carving through the city, exploring country backroads, or just enjoying the simplicity of two wheels and fresh air, the Rebel 300 becomes more than transportation. It becomes an experience. And maybe that's what Honda understood all along when they first introduced the Rebel series. It's not about dominating highways or flexing muscle. It's about the joy of the ride, the personal freedom that only motorcycling delivers. And in the 2025 version, that spirit is alive and well. There's a reason the Rebel continues to be one of Honda's most beloved machines: it connects. It speaks to the rider, no matter their experience level, with honesty and style. So, who is the Rebel 300 for? It's for the rider who wants to keep things simple. Who wants a machine that doesn't fight them but works with them? Who wants to roll into the weekend with a full tank and no destination? It's for the commuter who'd rather lane split than sit in traffic. It's for the dreamer watching bikes ride by and wondering what it feels like to be in the saddle. It's for the realist who knows reliability and affordability matter as much as looks. And it's for the rebel who still believes in freedom on two wheels. In a world where motorcycles can cost more than cars and beginner bikes are treated like afterthoughts, the 2025 Honda Rebel 300 stands proud. It's not just a small cruiser, it's a statement. A declaration that riding is for everyone. And it does all that with one cylinder, 6 gears, and a whole lot of attitude. Thanks for riding with us today on Bike Culture Hub. If you've got your eye on the 2025 Rebel 300 or you've already thrown a leg over one, let us know in the comments how it fits your lifestyle. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of bikes that move us, inspire us, and remind us why we ride. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and keep that throttle steady.